What's up, fam? Matthew Sewell here, your real estate plug, and this is What's Good in the Neighborhood. We have Malik of Ramsess Art Garden, and today we're gonna have a one-on-one with him. We're gonna walk through the store and just go over the ins and outs and what makes him the best plant art garden in the neighborhood. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, welcome. I'm Malik Ramsess, and this is Ramsess Art Garden. Come on in, check it out. Here's our entry space where, I've got my plants, I've got art, I've got everything and above, home decor wise. Check out my rubber tree plants, to my Dieffenbachias, to some pots, some of my father's artwork and his coloring books and other local artists. I've got all kinds of things in here. More plants over here, more plants over there, some African sculptures here. Welcome in. The address is 2511 Broadway in Uptown Oakland. I'm open Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 7, and on Sundays, 12 to 4. Only closed on Mondays, unless we have a private event. Sage, selenite, all good vibes up in here. And my logo created by my friend Serge Gay Jr., who is a pretty prominent artist in the Bay Area. See some of my favorite plants with the pothos hanging down to have all over the store. I think these are some of my favorite art pieces my friends have made throughout the years. I'm very proud of to showcase. This is the space. Come check it out. Back here we got our lounge event space where we have workshops, comedy shows, live music. I do plant rehab and whatnot back here at my work table. We play cards here when it's slow, And back here is where I fix up plants, rehab them, and propagate and show people how to care for their plants properly. And up here you'll see my rehab center of all plants people brought me that they thought they were dead, but they're really alive and they just need a second chance. So this is my space.
Yo, what's good? Yeah, of course I'll show you what's good in the neighborhood.
What's up, fam?
All right, cool. I'll see you there in a second. Peace. All right, what's up, fam? Matthew Sewell, your real estate plug, and we are here with Malik of Ramsess Art Garden today, and this is What's Good in the Neighborhood. So to get started, how did you choose this place?
I was specifically looking for a loft style space, and I saw a few spaces before this, and they just weren't it. It was too big or too new or too, wasn't enough. And then the day before I was scheduled to come see this place, I actually had a dream of the exact layout I wanted. And this place was exactly that. It had the bones of that layout. And I knew that based off the last tenants here, I probably had a lot of sway of how I can transform the space into exactly how I wanted it. And it was out of my budget, but the property manager had just met with the landlord half an hour before we met, and they decided to reduce it significantly, and then it fell into my budget, and then I just knew it was meant to be.
Wow.
And I locked it down.
Yeah, lovely. And when was this? When did you open?
I secured the space in May of 2022. Okay. And then I opened in November of 2022.
May?
You
secured the space?
I signed the lease.
And then you opened in November?
Correct.
How much work went into getting it ready for you to open?
Well, the last tenant made this entire place 2 floors. And so when they moved out, they took down the entire 2nd floor. And so it was just a huge open space. So I built this loft, the front loft, and the back loft because I knew I needed some storage spaces. And also built in the downstairs storage closet, which most people won't notice. But it's a storage closet down there for my convenience.
You built it by yourself?
No, I had a contractor that I ended up...
He built it by himself, ladies and gentlemen.
I did most of it by myself, yes. No, I had a contractor do the most of the bigger spaces, and then eventually I had to fire him for some shady dealings. And luckily my dad built everything we've ever lived in, so I kind of had some idea of where to go and how to finish things. And so with the help of my friends and myself, I just made it happen.
Nice. Yeah, it looks really really good.
Thank you.
I know I just told you kind of my introduction to your space. Shout out to Carson. Carson, you're the man. My homegirl and I were checking out some other spaces. She's going to open up a bakery, and went next door to the coffee shop, which will remain unnamed right now. But went next door to the coffee shop, and on the way back to the car, had seen this space and just, it grabbed me and just made me come in. So I was like, yeah, this place is crazy. I'm a terrible plant daddy. I'm an aspiring plant father. But all the plants, just the greenery, it's alive in here, and it's...
Well, I'm happy you came in, because a lot of people stare in the windows and they're in awe, but they're intimidated for some reason. So I'm happy you made it in.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. So you opened November?
November 2022.
What day in November? Because my birthday is in November.
November 4th.
Okay.
It was the first Friday in November.
Oh.
And so it was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Was this your first business?
This is, yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's my first time doing it on my own, and just took a leap of faith and decided to, why not? You know, if not now, then when? So let's just do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
What made you want to open this space?
Well, after being laid off of my last job, which was very corporate, and it was fun, but
what did you do before?
I was an event manager for an ad firm in San Francisco.
Okay.
And then COVID happened, and so there weren't much events happening, and we tried doing Zoom things, but people weren't really feeling it.
No.
Neither was I.
No.
So I started working as a project manager and just try to stay relevant with the company. And then eventually time went on, and they had to chop me, which I totally understand. Love the company still, and I just didn't want to go back out and do the whole interview and work at a new place. I just kind of,
meet new people.
Yeah, I COVID showed me that. I was like, as much as I love throwing events and stuff, I'm an introverted extrovert,
Okay.
So I decided to do something on my own that I can control, and I love plants so much, and it was getting to the point of my home was overrun by plants, and people bring me their sick plants all the time to bring back to life, and I figured, why not just make this a full-time thing? And also I wanted a space where I can also incorporate events, and also like having a space for other artists to come together, meet other artists, and meet their community and showcase their art.
Brilliant.
And so this is how Ramsess Art Garden became the art garden.
Brilliant. And I guess now's a good time. We'll probably do it a couple times throughout. What is the address here?
The address is 2511 Broadway.
2511 Broadway.
In Uptown Oakland.
And what days are you open?
I'm open Tuesday through Sunday, Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 7, and on Sundays, 12 to 4. Only closed on Mondays, unless we have a private event or something.
Okay. Good deal. And I meant to ask you, since we're talking about you built out this space by your own hands with no one else's help.
Correct.
Did the landlord, property owner, did they give you any money to help you do that, or did it all come out of your...
They actually were cool enough to handle some of the basic maintenance things that, because the last tenant left this place just completely bare. And so they did add in some things for me that helped a lot, like painting, adding extra sinks for the plants, and redoing the bathroom, and making sure that it was all up to code. And they're really good people.
It's extremely important for landlords to to help out their tenants. It's a win-win situation.
Oh, yeah.
Right? When you do well, I do well. If you don't do well, you're going to leave, and then I have to worry about finding somebody else, to go in the space who might not be, an ideal partner in the space. So it's cool that they helped out. I'm in the process of negotiating some things, TIs, tenant improvements for the homegirl I was telling you about, because she's, big space, crazy layout. So yeah, that's extremely helpful.
Yeah.
What was your favorite and then least favorite part of getting started?
Like construction wise or just in general? My favorite part was actually the day I actually got to go and bring all my plant inventory into the store.
Okay.
Because up until then, I was just like, why am I doing this again? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it was a lot of work, so much to deal with. But the day I actually brought in all my plants was the happiest day. The worst, I would say, is dealing with contractors that are, liars and, for no reason. That was annoying. But, it wasn't my first time dealing with contractors. I've been part of redesign for other people before, so I already kind of expected to deal with some of the bullshittery. So that wasn't great, and it kind of delayed our opening. We were supposed to open in August, and it kind of delayed us for 2 months. So that was stressful, and spent more money than expected. But I have what I have now.
It's a part of the process. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's a part of the process, especially when it's your first time.
Exactly.
Right. So you're now learned.
Yes.
You're now learning.
And also not post-COVID, because we were still dealing with COVID at the time, but, production was so slow that getting pieces to the parts I needed was just so slow, and, had to come up with a lot of fix it on a go kind of thing. So that was interesting, and now I know. Yeah. Okay. So So you've always been a plant man? Not always. I can't lie and say I've always been a plant person. But in my early 20s, one of my roommates and one of my best friends, Marshall, he was the plant person. And, every day I'd come home, there'd be a new plant somewhere in the house. And it really livened up the place. And I didn't really expect it until we got bought out in San Francisco. And so all of my close friends and roommates, we all had to, scatter. And so I was the only one, unfortunately, who was able to stay in the Bay Area because it's so expensive, but I had a fallback plan just in case. So when Marcia moved out, I realized how empty the space was without all the plants. And I just kind of I realized then I like plants. And so I slowly but surely started growing my plants inventory, figuring out what I can handle, what I can't handle, and over the time, it turned into a big passion project for me. I just wanted to make every space a jungle, and and I got better and better with plants, and I figured out what works, what doesn't work, and where it should work, and eventually, I became a crazy plant person. And my partner gave me the ultimatum of all right, there's no room for more plants, so you either need to do something with this or just cut it loose. So we decided to do something with it.
I love it. And he's been supportive?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tight.
My little shop boy. Yeah.
Did you hear that? He's not playing.
He's not.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. How long have you guys been together, by the way?
We just hit 13 years.
Good Lord.
This September.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
So he told me a little bit about his story, which we connected because he's from San Diego. Skateboarding is my first love. He's done a lot of work in the industry, which is crazy. Where did you come from?
Originally Los Angeles.
Okay.
Leimert Park.
Okay. Oh, Dom Kennedy.
Yep. Yep. So I lived there until I was 6, and then we moved to Atlanta for 4 years because my mom got a good job out there, and then she got a better job back out here in the Bay Area, and so we moved back to California when I was 10, and been back in California ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is this your favorite of all the spaces that you've lived? Atlanta, LA?
I lived in LA, Atlanta, San Jose, Milpitas, back to LA, and then up here to the Bay Area finally. And I moved here when I was 16, and after I graduated high school, I was like, I'm staying. My mom actually moved to Florida afterwards.
Okay.
And so I just decided to stay, and I love the Bay Area.
Okay. So your mom's in Florida, your dad's in LA right
My
now?
mom's back in Atlanta now,
Oh, okay.
and my
wow.
dad's in LA. He never left LA. His studio's in LA, so he always stayed where his home base was.
Okay. I love that. And you and your dad are really close. Did he help? You said he helped out with?
So when I told him I was opening a plant store, he was like, "Oh, well, I'll give you a bunch of my art to put around," and which I never thought he would do because his art is very much his own thing. So that's how I came up with Ramsess Art Garden. I figured keep the name, and because this studio is called Ramsess Arts, and so I figured Ramsess Art Garden. And he gave me a bunch of his calendars, his prints, and posters, and some of his stained glasses and quilts. And so
Quilts?
Oh yeah,
Like
full on quilts. You can use as blankets, or you can have as tapestry.
wow.
Yeah, and so that kind of really helped mold the space to what it is now. He didn't actually see the actual physical space until a few months after opening.
Okay.
And he was pleasantly surprised.
Love it.
So yeah,
Got dad's approval.
I got his approval. He was actually more surprised with me building out things myself.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Yeah.
That's tight. So you've got a bunch of art in the space. We got a bunch of plants. How do you choose what plants you?
I wanted to focus on easy care, low maintenance plants. I hear so many people who are so intimidated by plants because they kill everything, and I just wanted to focus on plants that were, easy care, that non-harmful to you or your pets. I've got some that are, harmful, but
Poisonous?
if you grind it up and fed it to your animal, maybe, but like not that hardcore. No, but mostly everything I have is easy care and low maintenance.
I don't know why this idea popped into my head, but could you kill somebody with a plant?
Oh yeah,
You yourself could.
if I needed to, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. But it could.
Yeah,
be done.
there are a lot of house plants that you could easily kill someone with, or someone's animal. If you do. I'm not gonna do that. I would tell people how to do it. There's Google. They can figure it out on their own.
Good Lord,
Yes.
I never thought about that, but that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
That is absolutely a thing. Okay, so low maintenance, easy plants. I noticed there's a bunch of snake plants in here.
I have a lot of snake plants. Yes.
I have killed and revived a snake plant myself,
Okay.
and I've heard that they give off a lot of oxygen.
Yes, they clean your air for you.
Is it true that they give off the most oxygen for a plant?
I would say the most, yeah.
Wow.
For a snake plant.
Okay. And you have a bunch of them in here.
I have a bunch of snake plants, and also ZZ plants do the same.
It's easy. This sounds like they make you go to sleep easy.
I wish. No. No, they're from the same region where snake plants are from, which is West Africa.
Okay.
No, East Africa. West Africa. Yes.
One of those.
One of those.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from the same region of West Africa.
Okay, West
I
Africa.
gotta look at it in the map. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever like smuggled a plant?
Yes. I will say yes,
What
but
kind
from like a public park, not from like someone's home or like from Mexico or something.
Yeah.
No. I take clippings from like succulents from public parks and whatnot, but never from someone's never from someone's actual garden or their house, or from a plant store.
Okay.
I've seen people try to do it here, and I've caught people.
People try to take your clippings?
Yeah, they come in with scissors and they cut away. Yeah. And it's crazy.
That's wild.
I think so too, yeah.
Good Lord.
I'm like, if you ask, I would just give you a clipping.
Yeah. What?
And also, it depends how you cut a certain plant. That's how the clippings survive or not.
Yeah.
So,
since we're here, what's the best way to...
Depending on the plant. So, technically, either do it diagonally or you do a triangle shape.
Okay.
And make it like a pyramid cut.
Okay.
Depending on the stem and the plant.
Okay.
Sometimes it's an easy, clean peel, but a lot of times it's about the cut.
I'm going to have to come back and get some plant instructions.
I got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Okay, so I have never smuggled a plant, but I would.
Okay.
I would 100% do it. I have rules.
Yeah.
Not personal property, definitely public spaces, and maybe somewhere international.
Yeah. I lied.
Uh-oh.
I just remembered something. I just remembered something. I blocked it out.
Okay.
But years ago, I was a little drunk, and I was leaving a friend's house after like a night of raging, and he was properly taking care of his plants the way he should have.
Okay.
And he had this really nice plant in the front of his house that, as I was leaving, I was like, I'm taking this plant home. I'm bringing it back to life. And which I did, and it's still thriving, and I still get shit for it to this day about...
That you took the plant.
I took their plant.
You gave it a better home.
I did.
Did he know about it?
They knew as soon as I got home. So yeah, I got retaliation from that, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's all in good love.
Do you have a favorite plant?
I do. It kind of changes, but yes, I do.
Okay.
I would say the pothos.
Pothos?
Pothos. Yeah, it's a vining plant that I have all around my store. Those guys there.
Okay.
Those, I love them because they're so easy. They make propagation so super easy. And the funny thing about pothos is if you take a clipping of a pothos and add it with any other plant, for some reason pothos make the regeneration of the new plant that much faster. So if you add just one pothos cutting to another propagation set, you'll see that those roots will grow that much more faster. Don't know why, but that's their little science, yeah.
That's tight. What plant would you recommend someone get that's terrible with plants?
I would say a snake plant.
Snake plant.
And the thing though, only way you can kill a snake plant is you overwater it.
Overwatering?
Yes, they like to be watered once a month and be left alone.
Really?
That's it.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Once a month?
Once a month.
I think I'm watering my snake plant too much.
Yes, a lot of people are.
Okay.
Unless you live in a desert plain and get full sun all day, once a month is plenty for a snake plant. They like to dry out. And their roots naturally hold in water and slow release it as they need, just like the ZZ plant. So that's the second plant I would recommend.
ZZ plant.
ZZ plant.
Okay, I'll have to put these up on the screen so people know.
Yes.
Do you have a ZZ plant in here?
I do.
So what we'll do is I'll get some pictures of you or like a video of you like Vanna White.
I can do that. Yes, I can definitely do that.
ZZ plant. We'll put it right here. Boom. Okay, so snake plant, ZZ plant are super easy for people to care for.
Correct.
I know this is super subjective, but what would you say is like the most beautiful plant? If it's maybe it's an exotic plant or something that you would love to have in your store that you haven't acquired yet, or can't.
I would love to have the Thai constellation Monstera plant.
Okay.
It's you know what a Monstera plant is? It's that one right behind you there.
I have one at my house.
But imagine it looking like marble, white marble.
Oh.
In that plant.
I think I have seen those.
Yeah.
Where do those grow?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I want to say Thailand because they call them Thai constellation, but you know, I'm assuming anywhere there you can have a jungle.
Okay.
So that's where I was. But they run like, you know, for a single leaf can cost you $175 just for cutting.
Wow.
So that's why I don't carry them because I don't want to be that pretentious plant shop person.
Yeah.
But
so here's my thing.
Yeah.
I hear you. Mm-hmm. I hear you. But if people are out looking for these plants, why not have it? I mean, you don't have to, you know, 175. You could charge whatever you want for them, but at least have it, right?
Yeah. I usually get them only when I go and do pop-ups, plant markets.
Okay.
Because those are the plant people who are coming to spend that much money. If I had it in my store, I'd have to worry about if I'm keeping it alive and happy, you know. So I get them for special occasions.
Do you do plant pop-ups here?
I do.
Really?
I've had a few where I've had other plant people come and they post up front. Just to, you know.
Consignment? You do plants on consignment?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
If I was like, hey, I need you to sell this plant for me.
I got you.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do everything here. Whatever you want, I got you. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I love
that.
Thank you. And then you were saying that you have events here too.
Yes. We have comedy shows, we have live music events, we do workshops, we do classes, we do paint and sips, macrame, ceramics. Any willing artist who wants to come and share their talents, come on through, you know.
I love that.
Yeah.
You heard it. You're an artist, 2511 Broadway. Ramsess Art Garden. Pull up and get creative.
Yes.
Do you do, so I had the idea, which you probably do it, but like planting, you know, you do paint and sip. What would it be with plants? Like plant and puff or plant and sip?
You can do plant and sip.
Yeah.
You know, come in, bring some wine, BYOB if you want. I can show you how to repot your plant properly, how to propagate your plant, how to clean your plant of pests if need be. You know, simple home tricks if you don't want to buy the expensive stuff. The things, little witchy things you can do at home to cure your plants. All that stuff.
I love that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come back for some plant lessons.
Yeah.
Because I need it.
I got you. I want to be everyone's plant guru. That's my hope here.
I love that.
Yeah, make it less intimidating for people.
Yeah, so I've grown up with plants. My mom is a big ivy woman. She's always had ivies, always had, now she's got a bunch of succulents, ferns. So, I grew up seeing those. We'd have plants in the house and they would have gnats. And I'm like, I'm trying to eat cereal and there's gnats in my area. I don't enjoy this. I don't like plants.
Yeah.
So I know that there's tips and tricks to keep.
There are tips and tricks. And also, it depends on your environment too. Like right now it's getting colder, so you're going to see less gnats, but we still get them. I mean, my first shipment of plants here had in total, like one plant in general had a total gnat infestation and just kind of ruined the entire store. The first month opening was just, bug traps everywhere, and we dealt with it and got rid of it.
Yeah.
But,
how did you find out what plant it was?
Because after a while you can see like when all the plants are all spread out, it's like they're focused in one area, and it was one plant that was getting root rot that, I've learned not to go through that nursery since then, but
Okay.
It was a beginner's learning lesson.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Let's do it.
And then when we come back, you're going to give, we'll do some expert advice.
Okay.
You are the plant guru.
All right.
And we'll go through some other stuff as well.
All right.
All right.
Sounds fun.
Commercial break.
Winter is coming. There are plenty of reasons to be home shopping in the winter, but these are the top 3 reasons you should be looking to buy this winter. Is that hail? Number 1, less competition. Nobody wants to be out in this weather, let alone looking for homes. You gotta wipe your feet off before you go inside. That's not fun, but it's definitely worth it. The winter is historically the slowest season of the market, thus less competition. Number 2, everything is on sale. Historically, median sales prices are lower, and with less competition comes lower prices. And last but not least, finding out the problem areas of the property are much easier. You can find out the actual condition of the home when it's raining. And because the roof and foundation are 2 of the most important parts, you need to know whether or not there's water inside or under your home. And if so, something's not right. It's always best to find out before buying than after. And if you want my full list of pros and cons, click the link in the bio.
And we are back. And we have some expert advice from the expert himself, the plant guru. And before we get into that, you've got a wonderful community of plants here.
I do.
And speaking of community, how are you involved in the community?
Well, we host a lot of workshops with other local artists, and we do a monthly pop-up, actually sometimes more than once a month. We do pop-ups with other artists showcasing their artwork. So, for instance, every first Friday we have about 6 to 8 local artists come set up their table, showcasing their art medium that they prefer to showcase, such as we have one person who sells really good records, we've got a jewelry designer, we've got a florist, so we have all kinds of local artists that don't have a space to actually showcase their stuff. So once a month we host them for every first Friday. And then we also do other fun workshops like paint and sips and ceramics, macrame. Anything people want to do to, showcase what we can do here.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's a great way to get people involved. And it's creative, right? I think that being creative helps you live longer.
Yeah. Also, too, we, for people who aren't artists, just the neighborhood folks, if they have plant questions, they come through, bring them in to me. I let people DM me, email me, call me, FaceTime over the phone. I do house calls sometimes.
No, you don't.
I do. If you're close enough, I can walk to or drive to. I'll come over your house. You have a big plant that's too big to bring here to repot.
Yeah.
I'll come and repot it for you. We do interior landscaping for some people, like if some businesses that want to make their space more green, they'll let me know their budget and I'll work with them and bring that greenery to them and keep maintenance up and all that stuff. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome. I did not expect to hear you say that you do house calls for plants.
I do. Yeah, just last week, one of my regulars was that him and his partner were going to Tokyo for the month, and they're like, "Can you just come and just take care of our plants?" You know?
You're a plant sitter?
Yeah. So there's some plants I have here that need more care, and then some plants can stay at their house, and I'll come and take care of them when I need to. But for the most part, I just want to make sure everyone's plants are taken care of.
If somebody wasn't going to come to you for plant sitting, who would they would have to find a friend? That may not be...
That might not care as much as they do.
Yeah.
And I've been that person who's come back from vacation to find my favorite plant dead, and it's not a great feeling.
No.
Yeah.
How do you even how do you charge for something like that?
Depends on the work.
Okay.
So, just for instance, we had one of my plant care issues a few weeks ago was a cactus that was very dangerous to repot, and it was a bloody affair. So that one was more expensive than my typical charge.
Yeah.
But I literally had to wrap the entire cactus with packing peanuts, and then cardboard, and then canvas cloth, and then tape just to be able to repot it. And I still got poked and bled a bunch, and so that will cost a little bit more. But typically I set up a $20 repotting servicing fee. If it goes a lot more than that, then it just kind of goes up.
Okay.
Depending on how much soil I have to use and how much pain goes into it.
So you can repot stuff for people, or you will teach people how to repot their own things.
Yep. I also do plant rehab. So back here on my staircase are all plants that people have dropped off that they're just like, I don't know what to do with it. So I'm like, leave it with me for a few days or a couple weeks, and I'll bring it back to life and figure out what the problem was.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've got a monstera that is dying. It is on its last leaf. So I will bring it in. I want to do it myself, but I will take all the instruction.
Yep, I can do that for you.
Because I don't want to kill.
I also have people who are very picky about the soil they use and all that stuff. So I let them know, like, hey, if you don't like what I use, bring in your own stuff. It'll be, half as costly because I'm using your soil versus mine. And so that's an option.
What kind of soil do you use?
I usually use Aetna's Best soil.
That's
It's the most generic soil you'll find at most greenhouses and nurseries.
Okay.
They're great for California and everywhere pretty much.
Okay.
They have all kinds of soil needs for every type of plant necessary.
And speaking of California, we live here in the Bay Area. What plants thrive here in the Bay Area?
Depending on where in the Bay Area. Okay. So Oakland is a lot warmer than San Francisco. San Francisco's got Carl the fog.
Yep.
So some plants that need a lot of humidity are great there.
Okay.
But those same plants can't do good here in Oakland.
Okay.
So I would say for San Francisco, anything in the prayer plant's great for there because they have a lot of humidity and it likes the moisture and it likes no direct sunlight. So it's great for there. But for East Bay, I would say something more hardy like a yucca plant or dracaena plants. Those are better for hotter weather and direct sun.
Okay.
Dieffenbachias do great in both San Francisco, Oakland, Bay Area in general.
For the record, you're speaking a foreign language. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, so this plant here is a Dieffenbachia.
Oh, how do you like them apples? It's right in my face.
It's right in your face. And those grow pretty fast too.
Okay. Great. Dieffenbachia.
There you go.
Sounds Italian.
I trained myself out of most of the nicknames for plants because other plant people judge. So,
Judging plant people? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, every
plant people could be pretentious.
Yes. Every genre out there.
Oh my God.
Anything you're into, there's going to be a nerd who's going to call you out. Which I'm happy for those nerds, good for you, but take it easy, it's just plants.
Calling people out on their plants. That's not the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am incredibly interested in learning how to whatever we're doing.
Well, I was just going to show some basic to-dos and heads up about some plants, how to propagate, how to tell if it's too much water or not enough water, you know, how to correctly prune a plant.
Okay.
Just simple things like that.
Great. I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of your hair.
All right. Well, first I will start with simple propagation. This is the pothos vine I just cut, and it's the easiest plant to propagate. They have these little nodes on here that tell you where it can stick in the soil. So what I like to do is I cut them diagonally. You want to cut on both sides of the plant node. That's the side that's going to go in to the soil. So this vine alone is going to create, well, 3, 6, 9 cuttings. And you can put that into a small pot and make a whole new plant from it. And I'll show you just how to do that in a second. You just cut on both sides of the nose where you see the little root marks. Boop. Easy peasy. All right, and then I've got a bunch of cuttings. Got a pot with some soil here. You can just dig your finger in and just shove that right into the soil. And then that's a whole new plant right there for you. Or if you want to water propagate, you can just stick these into a cup of water and you'll slowly see the roots just start to grow.
I gotta know. Which is better? Is it better to propagate in soil or water?
Depending on the plant, but in my experience, I prefer to water propagate like this. So I have some pothos in here, and you can't really, you can grab a different one with more roots, but you'll start to see the roots just grow in the thing. And once you have about 3 to 4 inches of root growth, then you can transfer it into soil, and it'll just continue to grow. All right. So this is a root-bound plant that is ready to go into soil if I wish.
Okay.
I would say it's best to change up the water once a week.
Once a week?
You can get away with once a month, depending how long it's in there.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll see the roots just start to take way and go from there. And all my propagating with water, I always add a pothos leaf because it helps them grow faster.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
Science.
Science, right?
I don't get it.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
That's me right here.
You're more like Bro Nye.
Brother Nye.
Brother Nye.
That's right.
Brother Nye.
Yeah.
We're gonna give away something.
Yes, we are.
I don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be great. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna follow Ramsess Art Garden on Instagram and tag a friend who you would like to also maybe have a chance to win said plant or plants. We'll probably have to let them know what kind of plant.
Yeah, I'll also know. Most likely a snake or a ZZ, something easy.
Okay, yeah, something easy. It will be this plant.
Yes.
Right here that you see on the screen. It will be this plant, and for free to you. So you can also come into the store to enter to win. But the easiest way is going to be to follow them on social media. On this post, we're going to do a post and tag a friend, and you will be entered to win said plant, either a snake or a ZZ plant. I don't know what the ZZ look like, but it'll be great.
This is a ZZ plant, actually.
How do you like that?
This one is actually one of my rehab plants I'm about to care for. Someone just dropped this off recently, so it's not doing too bad, but it's not as full as it should be. So that's a ZZ plant.
Okay, that was easy. That was ZZ.
ZZ.
Great. What about money trees?
Money trees. I've got one left, I believe. They seem easy, but people who overwater plants tend to kill that plant a lot because it's prone to root rot. So that's one of those plants you kind of want to water, keep an eye on it. So I would suggest for anyone, if you're getting into plants, the best thing you can do for yourself is get your moisture meter.
Moisture
You
meter.
just stick it in and see, it tells you if it's dry, moist, or wet. And if it's between dry and moist, that's usually when you want to go give it a good water.
Do you sell those here?
I do.
Great.
Yeah.
Come in and get yourself a moisture meter.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
Please bring me the
This
plant.
is one of our money tree plants that are going through rehab. It's sitting on the shelf, so I got a little spider web on it. But yeah, this is the money plant. said to bring you money and luck.
Like that.
Good fortune. But you see the roots here are, you know, if they get super soggy, then they just rot the plant, and it's just not good for it.
Okay.
Thank you, assistant.
So you got That's Carson, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Love that guy. Okay, great. So you just propagated.
Yeah, just, you know, stick these plants into some soil, then you spritz the top and keep the soil evenly moist for a good week or so. Then eventually it'll start to root and you got a whole new plant.
Great.
Another thing I could show you is pruning the plants.
Okay.
So this is a Dieffenbachia. The more you can see a new growth is about to sprout right here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if your camera can see it, but it's about to sprout. So when you see a new growth, expect the bottom leaves to start to yellow like this. There's 2 signs of yellowing. So if it's a plant like this and you have new growth, the bottom leaf will naturally want to come off. So
that's natural?
it's natural. Yeah.
You sure? I didn't kill it?
No.
I've got a plant that's doing that.
Okay, so
You've
yeah.
seen it.
So what you need
It
to
doesn't
do
look
is, you see here I already have this one I cut off earlier. So
Okay.
you want to peel that off.
Okay.
Just a good seamless peel. There you go. And then this one is eventually turning yellow, so you can either wait to prune it and cut it, or you can just do it now, which I usually just like to peel off. Make the plant happier.
It actually might be one of these. Do they sell these at Trader Joe's?
They do.
I think it might.
They do.
I might have a Dieffenbachia.
Yes, you do. And they grow pretty fast.
Yeah.
And easy.
And
easy
it's
care.
growing just like this. They shoot out.
Yeah, so this one has been placed by a door, so it's going towards the sun, so it's best to rotate them often so they grow straight up. So that's how you prune a plant.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Okay.
What else I got over here? Want to hand me that one with the brown edge?
Yeah, this one looks like it's going through some things.
It's not happy. This one's a finicky plant that a lot of people get, not realizing it is a very sensitive plant.
Okay.
So the one telltale sign here is the brown edging.
Okay.
When you see that on your plant, it's obviously not getting the moisture it needs. So it's not holding in the water in the soil as it's supposed to. So you either go ahead and cut the browning off or cut the whole leaf off. It's up to you, it's your aesthetic. I kind of don't mind the browning. It kind of gives me a heads up of what's going on. So I know that it's not getting enough water, so now I'll continue to water it more frequently. Maybe add a humidifier, maybe spritz it more often. Give it a little watering in the morning. And then, you know, go from there. You could prune it, but of course that's your aesthetic. A lot of people tend to just cut the leaf off.
Will it grow back if you cut?
If you do cut it, it won't grow back.
Okay.
But the browning kind of tends to take the energy away from the plant that it likes.
Ah, okay.
Oh, one of my regular puppies. And then, yeah, so you could cut it and it will give the energy back to the new leaves that are coming in.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you keep it, it can just kind of hold that energy and eventually it'll die out. But I personally like the browning, so I keep it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a telltale sign there if it starts browning.
Okay. So what signs? So I know you mentioned money trees are really easily overwatered.
Yes.
What sign? And then this one you said was not getting enough sunlight. Did you say that?
Not enough water.
Not enough water.
It's not holding it in the water.
Overwater, underwater.
Yeah. One thing to beat underwatering is if you bottom water the plant. So say if you submerge the bottom of the plant into water, let it sit for a good 10 minutes. It soaks up all the water it needs, and then put it back where you have it, and there you go. Do that about once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the plant.
Bottom water.
Bottom water.
Okay.
Yeah, and also bottom watering helps the roots grow faster and stronger.
Okay. There's a bidet joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how to make it, but
It's there.
it's there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So bottom watering, 10 minutes, let it sit, and then the plant will do whatever it needs to do.
Yes.
Is that better than top watering?
I find it is.
Yeah. Okay. You heard it here.
A lot of times when you top water, the water just runs straight through. It doesn't really hold into the soil, and the roots aren't drinking it up as much.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the last thing I would say is if your leaves are turning yellow, like that plant right there, that's a sign of overwatering.
Oh.
So that particular plant, which I'm looking at, the birds of paradise, those leaves shouldn't be yellowing that fast like that. That's a sign that it's just been overwatered and it's been stripped of most of its nutrients.
Oh no. So how do you revive? How would you revive that?
You can aerate the soil by like poking a hole. You take a chopstick and poke some holes in the soil, let it aerate.
Okay.
Make sure it's not sitting in water.
Okay.
That the bottom soil is breathing in oxygen. And
You say aerate, poke a chopstick. My head thinks that I might damage some of the roots that are down there. Is that possible? What happens if something?
I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I try to avoid the roots.
Okay.
Some plants it's easier to see the roots. Some you feel it.
Here, you can't see the roots.
Yeah.
How would
a lot of times what I would do is I would use a stick, and then I would go on the outside of the pot and aerate from the outside in. So just that way you're not hitting any roots between the plastic and the soil.
Okay.
But yeah, and then a lot of times you can feel like, all right, there's no root there. You can feel the resistance when you hit a root, So yeah, that's how it's aerated.
Okay.
You just boom, boom.
That makes a lot of sense.
Toads.
That's plant 911.
Yes.
Plant resuscitation.
Yeah,
Plant
but like
CPR.
as I always say, like take a picture, send me a video, and I give you some tips over the phone. Try it yourself. If it's not working, bring it in, and I'll take care of it for you.
Like a plant care hotline.
Yeah.
Do people call you and say, I freak out?
Oh yeah, all the
oh
time.
my God, my Monstera, my Marble Monstera.
I've got some regulars who use my phone number very frequently, and it's okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but the movie Little Shop of Horrors is just stuck in my head, and I've been thinking about it since I came in here. Do you sell any of these Venus flytraps? I killed one of those.
I had them for a long time in the store, but they're sensitive with the weather, so I knew getting into the cold season they wouldn't do well here. So once I sold out during the summer, I just didn't restock. But come spring, summer, they'll be back in here.
What? I know.
But if someone wants one and really wants one, I'll do a custom order and pick it up for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other plants are similar to Venus flytraps to where you maybe might, kill some pests, flies, maybe bees? Are there any plants that eat bees?
That I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of bees. For the record, I'm not afraid of bees. I don't enjoy their company. I enjoy their honey.
Yes.
But I know we need them.
There are a number of other plants that eat bugs. I can't name them right now because they sound ridiculous.
Yeah,
and they also look ridiculous. Yes. There's no nickname for those plants except for Venus flytrap, but that's not even. I guess that's its nickname.
That's a nickname. Yeah, Venus flytrap. So maybe we'll put like some pictures of the other
plants.
Carnivorous plants right here. Okay, well, you have taught me so much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you, Malik.
I'm
you
here for
are the man.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to tell our friends and family before we...
Don't be too intimidated by plants. You kill them, you keep them alive, they come and go. And some plants just don't want to be alive anymore. They want to be back in the jungle, and sometimes we just don't bring them into the right atmosphere, and that's what you got to learn. What you can bring to your space that works for you.
I have one last question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to impress a woman with a plant, what kind of plant should I get to impress said woman?
I would say a plant that
or a person. If you want to impress somebody wants to impress somebody.
I would say something with pattern, something that looks unique.
Okay.
Something that doesn't scream basic, although I like a good basic plant. But something that you haven't seen before that stands out to you. I've got a few. Oh, shop boy! Grab a few of them.
Where are the lime? Grab the lime.
That's right there, behind the ones you picked up.
Oh.
We've got some
There we go.
Okay, we've got some non-basic plants.
So these two plants in particular.
Ooh, those are impressive.
The Maranta lime and the Calathea burl marks.
Whoa, look at these patterns.
These have some fun patterns, and people love these. However, these are more of the high maintenance plants. So if you're trying to impress, get them one of these and let them know, like, hey, you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are some easy easy plants to impress people. They love the stripes and the patterns.
Yeah, those are crazy.
These are the kind of plants that tell you when they're unhappy.
There's more.
There's more. We got the African mask plant, which is one of my favorites.
African mask?
African mask. Super easy care, and they bounce back, and they're very resilient plants. I love these guys.
Okay.
And then you've got the Alocasia regal shield.
Regal Shield?
Yeah,
that's not its name.
It's Alocasia regal shield.
Wow.
That's it, baby.
Somebody British named that.
Oh, most of the Brits named. I'm not gonna go there.
We discovered this.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
We know you didn't.
Those are from India.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard it here from Malik, the plant guru. Don't be afraid to buy a plant, and bottom watering is...
It's a thing. Give it a try.
Yeah, try the bottom. Try the bottom one. Don't knock it till you try. All right, anyways. All right. All right. Yeah, don't be afraid to buy a plant. And if you have any questions on anything that we've said or haven't said, feel free to give either one of us a call. He will do house calls for your plants. And you can come in here and ask him, give him your plant, and he will bring it back to life as you've seen him do with other plants, propagation, and all types of things and stuff. So, if you have any questions on anything we said or haven't said, hit up one of us. And how can people get in contact with you?
They can call the store at 510-488-1125. Or DM me directly on Instagram at Ramsess Art Garden, or email me via our website, or info@ramsessartgarden.com.
Love it. Love it. Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Malik,
Thank you.
You're the man. This has
pleasure.
been great. I learned so much about plants, and I am I'm a work in progress with these plants. So
Me too.
yeah, great. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, friends and family, for tuning in. My name is Matthew Sewell. I am your real estate plug, and Ramsess Art Garden is what's good in the neighborhood. Peace. Tight.
Yay! Great. Lovely.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam?